Picking up where we left off in the last video, I had ordered these garments in, so we're just printing up the backs real quick, and then we're gonna move on to the slightly altered embroidery sleeve patch. Finished product. We were working on these patches, and at that time what I was trying to do was just figure out how to do the patch thing. That was fine. It's not the way you should do it. Instead of embroidering a patch that I'm going to heat press on the sleeve, we're actually doing this as an applique process. It's exactly the same thing, minus applying the heat press backing. And I think I was even making it look overcomplicated. Turns out running the machine to do really any embroidery job are actually quite simple. So the last time that I was doing this, the way I was going about it was I was putting the outline stitch down, and then I was placing the piece of fabric on it, and then I was tacking down the fabric, and then I was cutting it out by hand. And that is a legitimate process, and people do that, especially if it's just like a one-off item. But yeah, I was thinking, I have this little Titan 3 plotter. I mean, embroidery files, they still do have vector elements. After I tested it, it turned out you can literally take the OFM file, copy it, and then paste it into your cutting software, and it essentially gives you a cut file. Grab the outline stitch or highlight it over here, and I'm just gonna hit Control-C. Come into Vinyl Master. I don't know if this works with every plotting software, but I can come into Vinyl Master, hit Control-V, and I can paste it down. There is one little shitty thing that I noticed. It doesn't do like a 1-for-1 scale match. And I don't know why this is. I don't know if maybe I'm doing something wrong here. But if we come back to Design Shop, the measurements on this are actually 3.146 wide by 1.063 tall. And I'm gonna type 3.146 wide, so 1.063 tall, and enter. So now we have our cut file. Okay, so we're gonna send to cutter. And now I'm gonna load my little sheet of media. See how it's kind of gnarring up the fabric? And there's a bunch of reasons why, but it just essentially it can't grab it. And the reason it can't grab it is because there's nothing on the back. Oh my God, the focus on this, I'm so sorry. You know what, I'm gonna change lenses. The reason that it can't grab it is because there's nothing on the back of this to hold the cutted, the cutted. Oh, that's definitely the right word. There's nothing back here to hold the cutted piece in place. So what ends up happening is it just kind of shreds the fabric. Let me show you what we're gonna do to make this work. So this is, they sell this tackle twill, and what it is there's tackle twill with adhesive on it, and it has an actual clear carrier sheet with it. So this would work in the vinyl plotter. This stuff's awesome, but I have a feeling it's expensive, and I don't have any here now. They just sent me this little sample just to show me. So you can get this stuff, but there is another way to do this. So now I have these. These are kind of just like, I don't know what they call that, fiber cardboard, I don't know. And I just have a roll of good old fashioned traditional tackle twill. I'm gonna cut us up a couple sheets. Now, are these straight cuts? No, but they're gonna do the job for us. It's sliding around, it's not adhered to it in any way. So, how do we get the twill to stick to the cardboard so we can cut it out? We're gonna use our screen printing palette adhesive. And I'm just gonna mist the area. I'm gonna put some decent coverage on it because I want pretty good adhesion, but I'm going all the way to the edge, and I'm just covering it real quick. And I'm gonna stick it. It's tacked down. So now that we got the carrier, I'm loading this up in here. And let's yank it. Yeah, there we go. I put a little too much adhesive on there, if I'm being honest, because it tore the paper, but you get the idea. We can pull these, and now we have pre-cut twill. Let's move on to the next step. The Mighty Hoop system was recommended by you guys. So I have this is like the sleeve palette sort of deal. So what you do with this is then you're gonna load the base plate in, lock it down, just like that. Another cool thing about these hoops is it has this like little clipping thing here. Clip that in, these little magnets that snap down. God, it's just hard to pull fucking sleeve off the damn thing. There we go, okay. unthread this puppy. Ah, these things. Oh, hey. I feel like that's pretty much all we need to cover within this video. I just wanted to clarify that I was just overcomplicating everything. Running one of these machines is extremely simple. Where the talent comes into play is the ability to do the digitizing. So in next week's video, I'm going to show you how we go about doing 3D puff embroidery on these Russell caps. These are apparently very difficult to embroider. I did have to send this out to get it digitized because I can't do it. I don't know how to yet, but we're going to learn eventually. However, there is one thing that is becoming very apparent. For any level of actual production, one machine is not enough. You know, if you're doing one-off pieces, great, but if you need to do even 24 pieces, I would not want to have to do that on one machine.